a Bernie and the 1J.
Shout out to, hold on. It's not a plug. This is not an advertisement. Shout out to, I'm serious. Not advertising here, okay? It's just a simple, I'm happy, it's a plug, okay? Shout out to, before you complain, I'm just saying thank you, okay? Shout out to Tire Rack because every time I order tires, it's always on my doorstep the next day, and that's sick. We are on for this weekend. My one condition, well, I have a few conditions, but this was really the major thing. I needed a spare set of tires. I don't know what the hell these even are. Ryken Raptor ZRs. They're actually okay. They were on a closeout sale, so I got them for like 70 bucks when I think they were originally like 100, 120. So we got some good tires, got them for a really good deal, got them for super cheap, and we're gonna be strapping them to the new wheels tomorrow. I wasn't gonna pick up the new wheels today, but that's not gonna happen. Today, we're gonna get me some 5-point harnesses because Chaboy needs to not fly out his window when he's drifting. Let's go let's go to his store. Let's go to his store.
Words are hard.
I'm done. Somebody just please explain this to me. Why my check engine light keeps going on and off? Like it has everything to do with weather because every day that it's been like 30 degrees or 40 degrees, the check engine light's been off, but now that it's that's like above 40, 50 degrees, I need to figure out next week after we get all this stuff done to my Lexus, we need to figure out what the hell is going on with this check engine thing. I'm scared this car about to be a splody boy or something.
What?
I don't even, huh?
It's gonna explode.
Oh yeah. Not advertising. We're at Smiley's, boys. I don't even know what Smiley's is, but everybody recommends this place to come get your racing gear, so I'm gonna come get some stuff from here. I ain't trying to order online. I'm talking about crap today, boys. This place is sick because by default, you always in the no ding squad, bro. These spots are huge, dude. Check out these parking spots,
We're
dog.
not in California anymore.
You guys trying to slap down some lap times right now? Damn, dude. Oh, this is a dirt track. Go for it, dude. You're driving on a dirt track. Go. But you're in like 4th gear. There you go. Come on. No, you need to be. Oh. Remember, turn right to go left. There you go. Come on. Drift. E-brake. Yeah. Oh, you're dead. You're not driving my Lexus. Yo, this place is wild. Bro, I literally get anxiety thinking about putting one of these around my neck. I can't do it. No, get that away from me.
You do better than I did?
I 100% can. We're so close to getting this car done for this weekend. We still got a lot to do. We're getting there. Main thing today is we have to get these harnesses installed, at least my driver's side harness. I did have Sparkos last time, and I've decided this time I just want to save money. Plus, I kind of like the way that these work. These are Crow harnesses. They are a little bit less expensive, but they're still FIA approved. They still have the regular expiration date. We'll just use these, and we'll end up tying these to my roll cage in my car. So, oh no. And then you got your nice nut strap right here. The nut is the most important part. And then we've got, I guess I took them out. We got 2 of the side harnesses. It's the same thing as you'd see with any other, except these don't like click together. The way these work is actually really interesting. And I'll show you guys in a little bit, but they basically just, I'll explain later. Ready to get these installed and ready to be safe. Be safe out there, boys, don't hurt yourself. So, Daddy made a dumb. I didn't realize that the Crow ones don't actually use eye bolts. They're just straight bolted to the frame, which is okay, but I've just been used to everything that I've gotten having a clamp and then clamp to the eye bolt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna use the eye bolt as a screw. It's kind of a waste of money, but it's also kind of a waste of time just to go back there and save $6, $7 bucks. I'm just gonna use the eye bolts through this, and then I'm gonna use the regular bolt that went into the transmission tunnel to get the other side down. So I'm gonna it doesn't really matter what order you do it in. I'm gonna go ahead and tie those in last, and I'll show you guys how to tie them up. I actually don't know how to tie them up. I have no idea.
I do.
Okay, sweet, she knows how to do it. So I'll show you guys, or she will show you guys how to tie it to a roll cage, because some roll cages have little points where you can actually bolt an eye bolt into it, and then your harnesses can tie into that. That's what my Miata had. Let's go ahead and get my left nut and right done, and then we'll move on to that. You're gonna feed this through. It's gonna go to the bottom and it's always gonna tie to the chassis. I'm gonna use this eye bolt, like I said. Go ahead and screw this in. Okay, hold on, give me a damn second.
So as you can see down here, he screwed it into the wall right there. There's a little eye bolt, and then he threaded it through, and I think he's getting a wrench right now to tighten it down because safety is key. These are like midget little wrenches.
That's mean. Don't talk about midgets like that. Somebody's gonna be triggered now.
They're so cute.
Somebody's gonna be triggered. Be like,
These are like ones I would use.
See, these are like milk. This expires June 2019. Okay, boys? That's actually not very long. Oh yeah, nope. Valid till June 30th, 2019. Sick, dude. Gotta replace them in a year and a half. This is gonna be tough. Because I kind of maybe mangled it a little bit. Mangled up the threads a wee. Whenever I tried to put the other eye bolts in the other time.
Well, why'd you do that? That doesn't sound like the smart idea.
I got it. Daddy's got it. Ah. Okay, we're in.
That's what she said.
Oh my God, what? Are you serious, Victoria? So upon threading in the bolt to the transmission tunnel, I realized that it was very boogered. What are you smiling at?
The lighting is like really good right here.
The transmission tunnel is really boogered, so we are going to, suckers, we're going to re-tap a couple of the threads, hoping that I can get this freaking thing back in.
Girls, hold on, give that to me.
No.
Give it, trust me. If you ever see your man pull this out, just quietly walk back in the house and let him be.
Well, we got some help from Fat Daddy's daddy, and it looks like we are, we're good to go. Got that. Let's go ahead and put my nut on real quick. My big nut strap right here. We're gonna nut me, and then we're gonna tie him into the roll cage, baby. So you're gonna figure out a good place. I already explained this in the first video. You're gonna find a good place in your floor. Sorry, my camera's doing the weird lighting thing again. I feel like fixing it. Find a good place in the floor to drill out a hole that's way too big. Actually, don't drill a hole that's way too big. I used too big of a step drill, and now I'm having to use a washer. Now it goes like this. It's safe, but I'm actually not using this eye bolt now, so that's kind of dumb. So I'm actually just gonna take that back out. Okay, then go over here and grab your nut. Come over here. Listen, when does this expire? Yeah, dude, all these expire June. That's a long time that's some good milk. From my nut hole down to that. And then, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this washer under it to give it a little bit more leverage. And now put this one underneath the car with your big, massive nut. And then you tighten it. This strap should be extremely tight, and you should not ever be able to move it again, so it's in a very comfortable place. It's down there very snug. Now my nut will get very... What are you laughing at?
I love people who are sending me on Twitter bad jokes.
Oh no.
What happened to the Indian who drank too much tea?
Oh God.
He drowned in his teepee.
I do one segment of bad jokes, and now you guys are encouraging her?
I love it.
No.
Send me more.
We figured out my nut. We got to figure out how to put these on the roll cage. I know Victoria, well, that's backwards. I know Victoria thinks she knows how to do this. We're gonna check and see if she really does. First, we're gonna have to take off the little bolts, because like I said earlier, the bolt, it's not gonna bolt to the cage. We're actually just gonna be using this little dealio right here to tie it to the cage. So let's get it wrapped around, and Victoria will teach you how to do it. All right, Miss Talented. Have fun. Here we go. And you just tape that to the roll cage and you're done. Well, it doesn't really look like Victoria's gonna be teaching you today. Maybe I'm just gonna show you this little diagram right here that this is gonna teach you.
You can pause it and screenshot that.
Oh, true. Oh, this is so easy. I could do this right now in my sleep. While she's doing that, tomorrow's video, I'm gonna pick up my wheels like I said. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try and mount and balance my tires all by myself. Never done it, always wanted to know. My dad actually has a machine to do it's his balancing machine, and he has a mounting machine right here. So I might, hopefully I don't destroy any wheels, but I'm gonna be using that and that to do my own mounting and balancing tomorrow, and I'm really stoked about that. I might create a pretty interesting time. That's pretty simple. You're like done now.
No.
No, then you gotta go, then you gotta tighten it, and then you gotta go one over.
I feel like I'm doing a toilet right now because I got a major bloomers.
You're doing it, what did you just say? You're doing a, what did you just say? Say that again. What did you just say?
That was a one and done. I'm not saying that again.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I feel like I'm doing a toilet right now because I got a major plumber's crack going on.
Oh, you got a plumber's crack?
Yeah, we don't show me.
Let me see. I can see your butt, dude. I can see your butt. We figured out how to do this one. Okay, hello, focus. Figured out how to do this one. We got a good amount of slack in it. That was pretty easy. So we're gonna show you guys how to do the other side.
Go through it, and then you're gonna pull it where you're wanting it.
Probably get a little bit more slack, maybe. So I'll just
go around it.
Yep.
Like that. You can go back into the buckle.
Boom. Oh, that's nice. I like this one. This looks a lot better. It's actually really, really simple. And then you just loop it again.
Pull it
and
through.
after you do that, you're gonna loop it over one more time.
Bunched up over here. There we go.
And then you're literally just gonna, after this, you're gonna loop it over one more time.
So
Uno
yeah,
más.
I'm doing it this part.
Uno más. Eat. And then you want me to grab the other side? You got it?
Yep.
There you go. That was literally without any cuts. I just showed you that takes about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, this part is very important. It's very crucial you do this before you go to any kind of event.
What? Sit in the car?
Figure out exactly where you want to sit, like your most comfortable position, your seating position. So I'm like almost all the way forward, like one back. Okay, so this is usually where I sit. This one of these is going up my butthole, and it's not comfortable at all. What the hell? Okay, the way that this harness works is really interesting. Some of you guys might know how it works. It's very old school, but it's also very cool because I don't really like the medallion thing that sits right in the middle of you. I mean, I like them, but if they ever get stuck and they don't let you unlatch, the ones that are automated, you could die. Like if your car's on fire and you can't get out of your stuff, you're dead. I like the manual release, so this is gonna be kind of cool. So what we're gonna do, you do left to right. So you go this, boom, boom, boom. You put these through. Basically, you put everything on this little belt right here, right? And then, after you're done, you put that little belt in there, and then you latch it, and then you Velcro it, and you're done. But now that I'm sitting in my seat, obviously I'm very loose, so I need to figure out how tight I need. So that's actually a little too tight up there. Good, I need to tighten this crotch strap. The nut strap needs to be a little tighter. So once you sit here and mess with it for a little while, get it comfortable to where this little deal is like right at your belt, basically. Don't make it too high, don't make it too low. Make it really comfortable, and then just keep on adjusting accordingly. This process, if you do it correctly, could take anywhere from 5 to like 15 minutes. So I'm not gonna record it. I'm gonna get this exactly where I need to because it's crucial that you feel very, very comfortable in your car, that you're not too tight up here, around your nuts especially. If you're a dude, you know your nuts are very important. Man, you also just saw how easy it was for me to take this harness set up off. All right, we got one more day of prep left and we pretty much fixed my harnesses. We're gonna be pretty good. We take out that little guy right there. Hopefully we can jump this again and actually get this open. If not, well, sucks. We're gonna have to freaking oh, rip. I haven't driven this thing. I gotta drive it because I can't yet on the road, but I haven't even gotten in this thing or started it up in a little bit, so I'm gonna literally just drive it. I'm gonna turn it on. I wanna hear 1J. 1J is my favorite sound in the world, so if you don't like it, get over it, leave.
He's so happy. He's just looking around like, yeah, finally. Watch, he's gonna grin. Look at that. My favorite thing is the smell. It smells so good. So good.
I love the smell.
I was just saying that.
It smells, I wish you guys could smell this smell. The smell.
I want to make an air freshener with this.
Smell. That smells smelly. 1JZ air freshener?
Yeah. We'll buy air fresheners and just put it behind the exhaust and smoke it up. You moved your foot.
What?
Swag. Look at that.
You're not saying it right.
Did wifey get the correct size up top?
For that additional safety, you know, your boy gotta stay strapped. Look how close the steering wheel is, boys.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm gonna hit my nose. My helmet literally goes to here. This much space. Help me. Somebody actually said that I should do a Toyota Supra steering column, and because it's a manual steering column. So I might.
That'd be good if we changed the whole.
Because I thought about doing a solid steering column, but you have to get a shop to fabricate stuff like that for you, and I'm not trying to do all that mess.
When you want it to be semi-adjustable, right?
Yeah. So
I like that idea.
I think I'm gonna see if anybody got a Supra steering column sitting in their backyard. I might try and find one. That's just a glimpse of this weekend, boys. Tomorrow we're gonna do the alignment and the wheels and everything else we need to do before Sunday and get it loaded up onto the trailer. I wish that was my truck, but get it loaded up on the trailer and then go and do some skids. But that's it. Bye, Lexus. See you tomorrow. Once again, finishing off the vlog with trying to be a little less fat and a little more daddy. Going to the gym. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys like my new choice of wheels. It's gonna be sick. That was a voice crack. Whatever. Peace out. Be victorious. Yo, alright. I'm trying to get less fat, bro. You guys can see the jiggly tummy I got right now. My muscles are still here, but it's not my muscles I'm worried about. It's what's over the muscles. Watch one of them 2 videos I got for you right there in front of you. I promise you're gonna like them. That's it.